Hi there, friend. Thanks for tuning in. Ready to meet amazing singles and kickstart your dating journey? Visit the blog in the description to create your free dating profile today, or scan through the site for special offers on dating products. Have a look. You will be amazed. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more expert tips and insights. If you can do one thing today, why not go to wealthylovewell.com to create your free dating profile and see who is online waiting to meet you and make you happy? Now, let's get on with this blog. Do Filipina women prefer shorter Western men? Short Western men often wonder if their height could impact their chances with Filipina women. The reality? Cultural norms in the Philippines give less importance to height compared to values like kindness, respect, and emotional connection. Many Filipinas openly embrace relationships with shorter Western men, finding compatibility in shared goals and lifestyle aspirations. It's no surprise that countless short men have happily found love with Filipina women, with stories of genuine connection and mutual admiration being quite common. Want to learn why these relationships thrive? Let's explore the cultural and personal dynamics together. Check out Understanding Relationships with Young Filipina Women for deeper insights into dating Filipina women. If you're curious about personal stories, here's a helpful video. Stop Dreaming, Start Living: How Western Men Are Finding Young Women, Philippines the Right Way. The average height in context. Understanding height dynamics can be eye-opening when thinking about relationships between Western men and Filipina women. The average height in the Philippines plays a huge role in shaping what's perceived as short or tall. Let's dig into the numbers and their unique impact. Average Filipino and Filipina heights. In the Philippines, the average height for men is approximately 161.9 centimeters, 5 feet 3.8 inches, while women stand at around 149.6 centimeters, 4 feet 11 inches. When you compare this with Western averages, where men typically measure around 5 feet 9 inches and women about 5 feet 4 inches, you quickly see the disparity. Filipinas are generally shorter than women in Western nations, and Filipino men, though shorter on average, take it as a norm. Link to additional information. These differences explain why height discussions rarely dominate social norms in the Philippines. Filipinas tend to prioritize personality, effort, and compatibility over stature. Curious about Filipina preferences and social values? Here's an insightful take. Understanding relationships with young Filipina women. Short men appear taller in the Philippines. Being a shorter Western man suddenly feels very different in the Philippines. With the shorter average height of Filipino men and women, your 5'7" or 5'8" frame might stand out as tall. Even men standing at 5'5" find themselves appearing taller than the majority of the population, especially next to a petite Filipina. Imagine walking into a room full of Filipinos. Odds are you'll likely feel like a giant. Does that give you an instant confidence boost? It should. How you tower can almost symbolize presence and strength, qualities often admired in this culture. Check out this Reddit discussion for more real experiences. How tall are you guys? Just curious. For Western men, it's a pleasant change from societies where height can sometimes define your confidence. Filipina women often value meaningful traits over superficial ones. So instead of considering how you measure against Western standards, focus on creating genuine emotional connections. That's what truly matters: kindness and confidence. The dynamics of dating between Filipinas and Western men often transcends surface-level traits like height. One significant factor shaping these relationships is financial stability. For many Filipinas, a stable financial situation can often outweigh traditional physical attributes, such as height, when evaluating potential partners. Impact of financial security. For Filipinas, financial stability reflects reliability and long-term potential in a partner. This doesn't mean they're chasing wealth, but rather the security and prospects it offers. As a shorter Western man, your financial footing may hold more value than you think. What's interesting is how this shifts the focus from what's purely visual to what's meaningful. Height may evoke immediate impressions, but Filipinas appreciate what goes beyond the surface. They're looking at your ability to provide, not just materialistically, but emotionally and practically. For an insightful comparison, consider how financial expectations vary geographically. Learn more about dating Filipinas in the Philippines versus meeting in the USA. Improved lifestyle prospects. The concept is simple. A Western man offering financial security often equates to stability and enhanced prospects. This resonates with Filipinas seeking a life that provides opportunities for themselves and their families. As a shorter guy, your ability to introduce meaningful opportunities can build a powerful connection. Think of it like opening a door. Financial security and better lifestyle prospects are entry tickets to choices and experiences, a chance to co-create a life of fulfillment. Filipinas understand this and value partners who can open this door, height aside. Take time to understand this cultural nuance because it can broaden your perspective and boost your confidence. If you are still wondering how appearance ranks among Filipinas compared to other qualities, a detailed discussion in 10 Myths About Dating Filipinas may clarify common misconceptions. Your height doesn't define your relationships, but your stability and opportunities definitely could. Focus on building connections based on shared goals and the ability to provide security and love. The reduced height bias in the Philippines. Dating in the Philippines introduces a refreshing shift in priorities that many Western men find encouraging. Height, often at the forefront of attraction in Western cultures, takes a back seat to more meaningful qualities. What does this mean for shorter Western men? Let's explore why this reduced emphasis is a game changer when dating Filipina women. Filipinas' broader preferences. Filipinas have an expansive range of preferences when it comes to dating. Unlike Western cultures, where societal ideals often spotlight tall men, Filipinas generally prioritize traits like character, kindness, and emotional connectedness. Why is this? The collectivist nature of Filipino culture fosters values centered on family, care, and mutual respect. A man's height is far less likely to define his worth. As a result, many Filipinas see beyond physical features, embracing partners who show authentic care and emotional depth. Family-centric upbringing. Most Filipinas grow up with values emphasizing family and community. Decisions within relationships often reflect these priorities. Practical matchmaking. Filipinas often consider long-term attributes that contribute to stability rather than fleeting standards like height. Strong moral alignment. They seek partners who align with their goal of mutual growth and respect. This intrinsic focus on deeper relationships makes Filipinas remarkably unique. Where some might place limitations on romantic possibilities, Filipinas widen the scope, offering meaningful opportunities even to shorter Western men. Read Insights into Foreigners Dating Filipinas. Best dating sites to align personal values with Filipina perspectives. Less competition for short men. In societies where height is a prized attribute, shorter men are often overlooked. In the Philippines, it's a different story. The reduced height bias provides opportunities and means less competition for shorter Western men compared to taller rivals. This dynamic creates a welcoming atmosphere where short men don't have to constantly prove themselves based on physicality. Instead, they can shine by showcasing personality and humor, traits that build trust and affection. Genuine interest in her culture. Filipinas highly appreciate Western men who embrace and respect their values. Stability and commitment. Attributes valued over surface-level judgments like height. Furthermore, Filipinas' shorter stature can sometimes make Western men, often averaging at least 5'5" or taller, appear comparatively taller in their eyes. This boosts confidence for men typically considered short in Western settings. Looking at shared anecdotes, one Reddit user recounts how Filipinas are among the most open to dating shorter guys. You can read about it in Dell. The girls that are most open to dating shorter guys are. Many feel a sense of relief discovering how these cultural nuances diminish height-related insecurities. For short Western men, this cultural perspective can be transformative. Without the shadow of rigid beauty standards, you stand a stronger chance of forming genuine, lasting connections. The Philippines isn't just another destination. It's a place where meaningful relationships flourish beyond surface-level traits. If you're curious about avoiding potential pitfalls when dating Filipinas, check out Filipina Red Flags for Dating, What Every Foreigner Should Know. Long-lasting bonds and compatibility. When it comes to relationships between Filipina women and shorter Western men, Building a solid connection matters more than anything superficial. It's not about the height. It's about creating a relationship grounded in shared values, goals, and mutual understanding. Let's unpack a couple of key factors that shape such meaningful connections. Shared values and goals. Most Filipinas treasure long-term partnerships built on respect, trust, and aligned values. Does that sound like you? If you've ever wondered what makes a relationship thrive, it's this depth of shared commitment. Filipinas are often guided by family values and long-term aspirations. Conversations about life's goals, whether family, career, or personal growth, allow both partners to find common ground. Showing these values not only deepens your connection, but also cements long-term compatibility. Not sure what this looks like practically? Here are a few cues that demonstrate shared values. Prioritizing family roles and responsibilities. Having aligned financial planning or saving habits. Respecting cultural traditions and showing genuine interest in her upbringing. Focusing on emotional and goal-oriented compatibility for shorter Western men bridges any perceived physical differences. Thinking of how to present shared values in a relationship. Here's a great guide. Attracting Filipinas. Essential tips for your dating profile. Age and lifestyle factors. Western men are often drawn to Filipina women not just because of cultural appeal, but also because of shared life goals. Even with height off the table, such men bring maturity, stability, and a lifestyle that aligns well with Filipina's aspirations. You may find shared visions for a better life together, regardless of age. Filipinas often seek partners who are serious about their goals. Western men, short or tall, who display ambition will naturally capture such interest. Is it about money? Not entirely. It's more about having a lifestyle strategy without winging it. Think beyond financial stability. Shared interests, career support, and collaborative plans lead to a successful partnership. In turn, Filipinas often give back with nurturing qualities, adaptability, and an unwavering commitment to help build a harmonious home life. Imagine height being just a number when meaningful bonds stretch far beyond that. Recognizing these lifestyle synergies boosts your confidence and helps you focus on real relationship strengths. Curious to understand what drives compatibility strategies in couples? Don't miss this insightful article, A Couple's Compatibility Checklist for Long-Term Success. Relationships aren't about superficial traits like height, they thrive on understanding, mutual respect, and shared life goals. As a short Western man, when you bring authenticity and shared purpose, you create a foundation for lasting love that far outweighs physicality. Navigating cultural differences. When dating a Filipina woman as a short Western man, embracing and respecting cultural differences isn't just helpful, it's necessary. Relationships that span diverse cultural backgrounds can be incredibly fulfilling, but require understanding and adaptability to flourish. Filipino culture, rooted deeply in traditions, community, and family ties, offers beautiful nuances that, when understood, pave the way for meaningful connections. Respecting traditions. Respecting Filipino traditions is essential as it reflects your willingness to embrace the values and culture of her world. Whether participating in family gatherings or observing cultural festivities, actively showing interest will go a long way toward earning respect from her and her family. Filipino families cherish values rooted in respect, care, and hospitality. This might mean greeting elders with a gesture of reverence or taking the time to learn and participate in customs like fiestas, traditional celebrations that bring communities together. For example, family is sacred. Many Filipinas live close-knit families where decisions often involve collective input. Showing care towards her family members earns trust and admiration. Religion plays a role. Catholicism significantly influences Filipino culture. Attending Sunday Mass or religious traditions showcases your respect for their faith and practices. Acts of graciousness, gestures like bringing small gifts or saying a sincere thank you after a family meal are appreciated and remembered. Keep an open mind if you're unsure how to approach these traditions. Saying, "Can you teach me more about this?" can make all the difference. Building compatibility around cultural practices shows genuine interest and leads to stronger bonds. If you want a deeper dive into cultural warmth and shared values, read Why Western Men Like Filipinas, Unveiling the Appeal. Effective communication. Successful relationships bridge cultural gaps through one vital tool: communication. Clear, honest, and kind exchanges of thoughts and feelings can grow your emotional connection and help avoid misinterpretations caused by cultural differences. It's helpful to remember that language barriers might pose slight challenges, especially if English is not her first language. But instead of viewing this as an obstacle, think of it as an opportunity to learn from each other and create your own relationship language. Here are ways you can achieve effective communication. Developing cultural empathy is one of the most important aspects of maintaining effective communication. Understand that Filipinas may express themselves differently, shaped by their upbringing. For instance, Filipinas might not always verbalize frustrations directly. Look for nonverbal cues, such as silence or subtle emotional changes, which may point to deeper feelings. If you're navigating cultural differences while building communication skills, check out tips from Practical Tips for Navigating Cultural Differences While Dating. Focusing on both respect and communication can strengthen your relationship in ways that transcend cultural boundaries. When you truly invest in understanding each other, physical attributes like height become secondary. This cultural adaptability and openness allow your relationship to thrive in unique and fulfilling ways. Success stories of short Western men. Short Western men often question whether their height can hinder their dating prospects. Yet countless men have found success in love, proving that personality and connection often outweigh physical traits. Here's how these uplifting stories create confidence and actionable opportunities for others. Building confidence through positive experiences. Every success story shared by short Western men has a deeper, common thread: the boost in confidence from being genuinely valued for who they are. Height, so often highlighted in Western societies as a key factor of attractiveness, becomes a minor detail in environments where other traits take precedence. Take this story, for example. A man standing at 5'4" once recounted his experience dating a Filipina who prioritized his humor and kindness over his stature. She saw his enthusiasm for life and deep respect for her culture as his defining features. This connection gave him love and a renewed sense of self-worth. Another remarkable anecdote speaks of a 5'5" man who met his Filipina partner through mutual friends. Despite his initial insecurities, his genuine personality won her heart. The relationship helped him grow emotionally and shatter the myth that height equals success. Hearing about these victories encourages other short men to lean into their unique abilities and values, rather than fixate on what they can't control. Why do these stories work wonders? Because they reflect a form of validation rooted not in superficial metrics, but in humanity. When you hear about people like yourself thriving despite perceived challenges, it's a powerful reminder that the road to happiness isn't dictated by outdated stereotypes. Want to know more about defying misconceptions in dating? Check out this inspiring guide. Will Filipina women date a fat guy? Key takeaways from real-life tales. What can you learn from these success stories of short Western men? They're more than just feel-good tales. They offer actionable lessons you can apply in your own life. Here are the highlights. Authenticity counts more than appearances. Women, particularly in cultures like the Philippines, often cherish emotional traits like care and honesty over physical attributes. Confidence is contagious. You may not be able to control your height, but how you present yourself speaks volumes. A man who walks tall, regardless of his stature, naturally draws admiration. Cultural respect goes a long way. Many success stories highlight the men who sincerely embraced Filipino traditions. Whether it's enjoying local dishes, speaking Tagalog phrases, or respecting family dynamics, appreciation of her culture stands out. Stop overthinking tall competitions. The average height of Filipino men makes shorter Western men feel less short. These stories often underline how perspective shifts once you accept yourself fully. One Reddit community is full of real dating anecdotes, like how men confidently approached new relationships without obsessing over metrics. A user openly shared his story here. Are there any success stories of short guys in this sub? Stories like these motivate, reminding you that your quirks and effort shape attraction far more than height. By absorbing these lessons, you can rewrite your personal narrative. Conclusion. Filipino women value traits far beyond physical appearance, including height. Their culture prioritizes meaningful qualities like kindness, confidence, and emotional connection. These attributes often matter significantly more than how tall you stand. For short, Western men, this opens opportunities to forge authentic, lasting relationships. Rather than fixating on your height, offer stability, respect, and genuine care. Filipinas appreciate these qualities and often feel deeply connected with men who display them. Many stories, like those shared in 10 interracial dating tips every man should know, best dating sites, prove that height isn't a barrier to building love with someone special.